Welcome to Akwaaba World Grooves, your musical and concert video show from all over the world. I'm Yvonne Schwemmer, and I'll be your host this morning as we have a very special guest to talk to us about a great musical concept. Today we have a very special guest to introduce us to something new to most of us. Yvette Hazel from Hazel Global Services is live with us today from Nebraska to tell us about DDM. Ms. Yvette Hazel from Hazel Global Services is going to introduce us to this concept as she introduced the concept to the United States some years ago. So stay tuned and find out all there is to know about DDM. Hazel, would you tell us about DDM?
Hello, Yvonne. My name is Yvette Hazel. I am the executive producer of Dialogue Dance Music, DDM, and it's a pleasure being here today.
Well, thank you. And so you're in Nebraska, and I've learned you live in Nebraska.
Yes, I do.
Introduce DDM to us. So to the uninitiated, what is DDM?
DDM is a concept created by Kima Jamal, and she had a lot to do with the dance aspect of the project. And James Blood Ulmer, a musician that we worked with in New York, he had a lot to do with the music direction. And as we traveled with this concept, we started off with one little project. We would do it under, nightclub in New York. Started to get a following, so the show got bigger. And as it grew, we wanted to see it on stage, like a Broadway type of show. Mm-hmm. It's difficult finding people to produce these things, so we had to figure it out our own way, how to produce a project that we all agreed on. Okay. And that's how the project came up, Dialogue, Dance, and Music. We had to name it, and that's what it did. We had music, dance, and dialogue.
Excellent. So this has been a cohesive element of your work over the years, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And what was so you introduced it on a pretty low level in New York, but your
Mm-hmm.
big launch was in Casper, Wyoming, I understand.
Yes.
So tell us about that. How did you end up in Casper, of all places?
The main artist, Kima Jamal, that's her hometown. Grew up, born and raised in Casper. And I told her, if you can't make it at home, where else can you make it?
I think that's spoken someplace in some proverb or something like that, right? That's great.
So we decided to go back to Casper and work with the community. It was her opportunity to teach kids in the area new dance, moves she learned at Alvin Ailey and all her travels throughout the world. And we also had the opportunity to give college students, an experience, professional experience on stage with lighting and sound and all the things that went with putting a show together. So it was a great way of teaching the community.
Was that your major pool of talent, were college students, or did you have professionals as well into that first launch?
Both. Okay. We have professionals from New York we worked with on tour. When we tour, we have professional. We had about 8 musicians we'd work with, and they were all excited about coming out to Casper and, growing this concept. And we had students, college students, who were in the dance department, and the singers from the local churches. And we just incorporated any artist, all artists that was willing to work.
Now tell me about your first meetup with Kima Jamal. How did that happen? Did you obviously knew her beforehand?
I met her in San Diego. I just recently got out of the military and going to school, and I didn't know anything about entertainment, but she thought we would be a great team, and we started working together.
And that's been all these 12 years you've been working together on DDM and other projects?
No, actually, she, like artists, she has her own life and wanted children. She wanted to live, out of the off stage for a while. So she did that, got married and had children, but I'm a workaholic. I had to continue working. So I'm asked to put on a production. I keep in mind local artists all the time. I search and I find, and I want local musicians and local light and sound guys, and you know what I mean? That's just the way I would rather do it.
That's excellent. Well, we're going to get a good, strong sampling of that work in some video that was produced when this was initiated in Casper. So let's have a look at the first piece.
Okay.
Represent Mother Africa. And the only day that came before her birth was the day the Father created her sister, Mother Earth. From a long way back, you have all felt me come, an animal in history, mystically watching over its young. I have walked invisibly balanced through the ages, through the dark, in a paradox of life and day. Was the slave ship really an ark? Together we rode through evil storms, escaped fireballs from hell. The children that were ripped from my feminine loin have now become successful in foreign lands they were forced to join. The power of Abraham, the wisdom of Solomon, the cunning of Cleopatra is in your seed. Use this to help you fulfill your deed. As the world's spotlight starts to focus on me, I look for no violence, no vengeance for my enemy. All I wish is for love, equality, and unity. If you wish to be more wise, increase your consciousness. Let me look through your eyes. endless attempts to bring my people to their demise. They forgot that anything held down against its will in the fullness of time will effortlessly rise. They forgot that anything, they forgot that anything held down against its will in the fullness of time will effortlessly rise.
We just heard and saw the great representation, I Represent. So, Yvette, tell us about the influences behind those lyrics. What do those lyrics mean?
We had a friend that stayed in New York, and Kima was from Casper, Wyoming, but she represented a certain strength as a black woman. And this man thought that those words really kind of represented who she was. Talks about anything held down against its will, all those things. You just can't be held down. It's a spiritual thing, a spiritual growth. That's what it represents, spiritual growth.
And depicted beautifully by Kima. Very,
Yes,
very nice.
yes.
So and the next piece we're going to see is Jungle.
Boy. Woo.
That was a great view of Jungle and the dynamics that were happening, the audience participation, the troupe that enlarged in this piece. Tell us about Jungle, Yvette.
Jungle. That was all dance, as you can see, inspired by Kima's world travels and traveling with an African dance troupe, and the African movement always was a huge part of her movement, newfound movement, and it was her way of sharing that movement with the local artists in Casper, teaching them freedom of movement.
And that looks like it was a very successful venture, that introduction. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, now we're going to view Respect. So frame us up for Respect.
Respect. It's a song she wrote with James Brown, or co-wrote with James Blood Ulmer, a jazz musician. It's a song that I actually had the opportunity to see him create it, sit with them, and have input in the words, and so it's a important piece to me. Yes.
Wow, that must have been tremendously gratifying, and to see it in production. So
Yes.
let's let our audience view that piece, Respect, and have a look at that right now.
I don't care if you don't like me. I can't help if you think I'm a witch. Your sister's not what you make people think, rap brother. Rap brother, apologize, finalize, realize. I'm the one looking for fun, trying to find a brother with a plan. Rap man. If the brothers in the hood knew if they could turn in their guns for something good, stop putting their sister's name to shame, and stay away from Shaitan's game, love with respect will make all sisters correct. So all you brothers, watch your tone. You're rich. I don't care if you got money to burn. Brothers insane, create pain. Diamonds and gold ain't no price for my soul. Apologize, finalize, realize I'm the one looking for fun, trying to find a brother with a plan. Rap man. If the sisters in the hood knew it was true, brothers, turn in your guns, deal with your sons. Let the ladies be ladies and the bad boys, poof. Sons, let the ladies be ladies and the bad boys, poof. Love with respect, love with respect. So all you brothers, watch your tone. Please stop calling us names. set the record straight and let the sisters know that you appreciate the love from her, the care from her, the vision of her, the birth from her. Love with respect will make all sisters correct. Things will change without no pain. Love with respect. Respect, respect, and love. Love with respect. So all you brothers, watch your tone. Respect, respect.
All of us, we got to trust. Please stop calling us names. Respect for all of us. All of us.
Frame that one for us. How do we view junkies, online junkies?
I didn't get it the first time it was played. James Blood Almer wrote the song and had Kima perform it in, they went to Hungary to perform in Budapest. And it turned out to, it was received well, and so Kima kept it in the program and built it around her band. Yeah, so that's how that one came around.
Now, were there any elements that changed in this, or in terms of DDM, was it changing or growing?
That one was supposed to be just dialogue. She was supposed to just stand and say what it is she say, but she incorporated movement and music, and you know what I mean? But that was created for her for dialogue, specifically for dialogue.
So we're really seeing the fullness of DDM.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Good. All right. And now we review online junkies.
Online. Online junkies. Online junkies. Online junkies. Online junkies. Junkies, 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 junkies. I went online last night to check out a few things. I had to get caught up. So many things to see. Download. I dropped into Yahoo. There were people, places, things, sex, drugs, and things to drink. It's a big world. It's my world. Control. Who's in control of delete? Downloading pictures, options, emails, and funky websites. got Mel Annie sending things in places. Shazam! That's how it works in colors. Buying and selling things. It's a money world. It's a big world. It's corporations administrating business. And they're all dying from overexposure. I see you. Yeah, you see me. That kind of thing. Now caught it. I'm in cyberspace. Last night to check out a few things. I had to get caught up. So many things to see. Download. I dropped into Yahoo. There are people, places, things, sex, drugs, and things to drink. It's a big world. It's my world. Control. Who's in control of delete? Downloading pictures. Options. Emails. And funky websites. I think we have some online junkies. Yeah. Do we have any online junkies in the house? You can't get off the internet? Do you communicate with people? Do you communicate with people? Oh my. I think I need to go see. I know I have some online junkies. Oh boy, I know there's some online junkies. Warren. Humans. Dr. Human's son. I bet he's an online junkie. Come with me. Give Warren a hand because I know he's an online junkie. Yes, I see it in your eyes. Do you communicate with people, Warren? Huh? Do you? See? He didn't answer me. He didn't answer me. Yes, I would like for you to sit right over there with Ileana and show Warren what an online junkie. Yes, there you go, sit down. Let's see. Uh-huh. Wow. Yes. Alta Vista. I knew it was a place to go. I downloaded an adult site and I stayed online all night. Before I shut down, I knew I had to see what controlled that internet. Online junkies. I got a call about 8 o'clock. Me and my computer had to stop. Shut down. Goodbye.
We're coming on our last piece, L.A. Kima. And Yvette, can you please tell us, was this a real experience?
Yes, it was. I hate to say, yes, it was a real experience, and it had a huge impact on her life. And her way of dealing with the impact is by writing a song about it. I guess that was her therapy, writing a song about it and recreating her experience. And we just all went along with it.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
Now let's view L.A. Kima.
I'm in Santa Monica, California, and I'm driving down Ocean Boulevard. You know they say it never rains in LA? Well, it's raining today. There's big, bold drops of rain, clearing the streets, healing the heat. There's cars in confusion, and they're dancing all around. The car in front of me hits its brakes. Boom, crash! I jump out to find I'm in a bind. Dazed and confused, so I close my eyes. And when I open them up, guess what I find? LAPD, all up inside of me.
LAPD can catch me, 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 LAPD can catch me.
Officer Dick, that is, charges up to me. And he says, "Can I have your driver's license and registration?" I didn't have time to explain. He handcuffs me in front, and he drags me to the black and white car. And he insists, "You sit here." I'm in shock. I feel like I've just been hit by a rock. Dazed and confused, I reached for the door. It was unlocked. And there was this little voice. And this little voice in the back of my mind, this little voice screamed. running so fast, LAPD couldn't catch my... I looked down to find my ATM wasn't a part of the crime. I ran through Santa Monica, jumped a fence in Venice. Cholos helped me out the cuffs. God knows I was in a rush. My consciousness tells me never to live in that box. Always follow your mind. And when you and you go to LA, you may find they're looking for me. But they didn't catch me.
Yvette, that was tremendous, that montage of DDM. Tell us about what you have coming up next.
Thank you. Currently, I'm working on a similar type of project, not DDM, but a peace project that I am working with actually a gentleman who's in agriculture, and we're trying to work a peace project with artists that has a message, and we are launching it in the Caribbean, Africa, and I'd like to do it here in the United States. It's not fully done yet, but it's in the works. We'd like to teach Africans how to plant agriculture to be to be self-sustaining, and alongside that have words of peace in a time like this where there's so many wars in the world. We need to express through music and culture and dance and appreciation for the human spirit. And that's what I would like to do, especially in Africa.
Excellent.
So that's what I'm working on.
Yvette, thank you for bringing us the work you've done, your plans for the future, and giving us the opportunity to connect with what you're doing. Thank you very much for joining us. And that concludes our presentation from Akwaaba World Grooves this month. Yvette, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you very much for sharing with us today. And folks, that's our presentation for this month from Akwaaba World Grooves. Stay tuned next month. We're going to bring you an equally exciting show. Take care. Bye.
DiegoDeep.com.
Hands up, niggas. Hands up, baby. Tough gang, baby. Tough gang. J-Party. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Muri minsi turimo mbona isa naho ari iyo ya nyuma, aho urubyiruko twiberaho nk'aho ari bwo bwa nyuma. Turasiganwa n'isi amasigamana nta kurora inyuma. Sinzi niba ari twe tuzabibazwa cyangwa ubiri inyuma. Dore icyari ATL ubukimukiye Kigali, amaniga muri ghetto ubona akantu ujye muri shato. Ahinduka abantu ariko isi ntigihinduka, udukesha ukuramuka nzi neza kaba tuyoka. Aratiza agatirura akagaba akagambana, imyiryane ikavuka mpaka ikagera no mu bana. Impagarara zigatezwa mpaka ubukene bugatera. Ingaruka z'ibyo byose ngizi dore turiho dushwana. Nuko tubayeho kuva na kera byanahozeho, ifuruka n'ifunzo n'iryashyamba ry'ubugome. Aho bafite ifiti na nk'aho utazi ibyanjye, uretse kwirengagiza nyibuka Inyamirambo Nyarugenge Ntambara. Nawe wanyeretse imbabazi ubundi ishyiga ry'inyuma muri hip hop ya Kigali. Hari byinshi naciyemo bigoye nko guterera Rwenzori, ndacyari muri rugari ndabica hope you got it. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Iyo nza kuba ikigwari mba naravuye mu muziki utingwiriki ubwo klika makiki narayivukanye ntacyo wanenga soniki. Ubwo bugambo bwose n'ubwiki dore ugwiga ubutwari muratabarana, ntago mwajya imbizi ngo mugere naho mwangana. Iby'isi ni amabanga amafaranga y'akabakaga, we ntuzigira inzanga ku bazaza bagukanga. Baraza nihangana n'ubukamba budashinga, ndishinganisha mbamenyesha ko je atari uko koko gusica Jesus nacu w'Inazareti yari umwami w'i Kigali wese umwana. Ufata nk'inyana imitavu ikiga gutambarana, inyanda ku rugamba mwumva urusasu mugatitira. Ndi tough this tough nge ndi n'umwanya mwinshi, duvuka mu murwa wuje abakungu n'abashonji. Ushaka kumenya ibyawe azajya hirengeye cyane, witegereza urujya n'uruza mpaka ku mugoroba. Wahombera yomba waronse agashima, cyo shishikara ukore byose n'ukujya mbere. Sinduka shisha itabona wegerane n'iseta, atansiyo ku gishoro utaza gutaha amaramasa. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Bacha Kobo, agacha kanzu, bahoneza ubeho nawe ubayeho uko ishaka. Yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntabwo izakwiba. Garutse Kigali yo kuva muri kapitali nta bling nambaye nta n'imodoka ndimo gutambara muri huda aho nkomoka aho bacuka bose bambaye nka Jay Polly kumbe abenshi hawana habari ndacyari munsi y'ekwateri nka ambasaderi biracyabagoye cyane gusibanganya imistari ngo muri iyo nzira nabo bazaba abastari reba cyane ni nk'akazunga narara inoni mu barara giye ubara utazubara sipa sana kukugira umwana Yesu ugira so wasubiri ukaharyama twe nta minani twiberaho nk'abasumani nta bikingi n'amasambu so shakurenga so niyo hip hop injyana imara agahinda abenshi bizaho cyane mpaka na n'ubu ari abahwere ntiducuruza ari nayo mpamvu utakora iyi star mu gihe cyose ukiri umucakara w'igifu cyawe ahubwo wateza utwawe ugasigara ukambaye ukegera mikrofone ukeza umutima sininyifite nkiriho nyihumeka dutembanye sinsara bika imbere y'ishati saka umampu wondiwe mpaka shizi kuri gunzu muzafunga amarembo manini twe duca icyanzu baca kobo agaca kanzu baho neza ubeho nabo ubayeho uko ishaka yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntambwe izakwiba baca kobo agaca kanzu baho neza ubeho nabo ubayeho uko ishaka yaguhaye nawe uzakwagahisha neza uhishe mu nda burya ntambwe izakwiba Jay Polly Tough Gang wamwumvishe melody MC Tedwa Temba hands up baby Fazo Pro hands up baby hands up baby
YegoDeep.com
Tough Gang
Jay Polly, don't forget. Jay Polly, don't forget. Jay Polly, don't forget. Jay Polly.
YegoDeep.com
arafunze amatwi yanjye arafunze murandika ku mazi amatwi yanjye arafunze amatwi yanjye arafunze amatwi yanjye arafunze murandika ku mazi
YegoDeep.com.
Shaka